Welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, Timepants, and yes, it has been a hot minute since I've done one of these recordings. I hope I haven't gotten bad, but let's face it, probably was never all that good to begin with, so not a lot of skill really to be lost. So I do apologize. It has been, as I said, a long time since I've done a recording. And for those of you who do look forward to this every day, I would imagine my therapist, probably the Kansas City Police Department, number of government watch lists. I really do apologize. I don't really have an excuse other than the fact that I have been exceedingly busy. It's just been a very hectic week since Casino Heist left, and you know what? I'm thinking yes. I haven't really found much time to do much recording. I played a whole mess of Darkest Dungeon like right after he left, and that's how I got us up into kind of the upper echelons. Oh,
Prying
sorry.
eyes had become a nuisance along the old road, and so I undertook to receive my most curious deliveries by way of marine shipments. A sheltered jetty was accessible by a narrow stone stair off the back of the manor, and a discreet system of pulleys could hoist even the heaviest prizes up the rock face from a securely tied dinghy below.
So yeah,
The poor devils, chained and drowning for eternity.
So yeah, we jumped up a couple tax brackets here since the last, let's face it, disappointing run that I recorded. Wow, nice. It was, yeah, a disappointing run that I recorded. It certainly did not go as planned. We had greater aspirations than how this ended up turning out, but we've certainly turned things around. I actually fought the Collector like twice in a row, and as you can tell, it went well. Now, we did end up we did end up beating him. Nothing good, no weird head trinkets, but lots of money. Those gemstones that he drops, the Trappa-ovaloids or whatever, definitely sell for a pretty penny, and now finally we find ourselves financially stable. Now, that must be great news, so everything is awesome now, right? Well, kinda. Here's what you gotta know. We still sorely lack accuracy trinkets. That is our single greatest deficiency, and I anticipate that this is going to plague us pretty much for the long to medium hauls. Oh my god, Jesus. Yeah, I've come to appreciate now how valuable accuracy trinkets are. They're important. They are very exceedingly important. As a matter of fact, I had previously thought that damage other than scouting was the best single stat in the game, and I'm just going to go ahead and say right now that I'm going to need to put a little asterisk there. It is in fact the single best stat in the game, as long as you have accuracy. If you lack accuracy, it is more important than anything else that you get some quick like. Holy shit. Like, I cannot believe how many what should have been academic fights ended up turning into slugfests where I emerged looking pretty mangled, honestly. This presents an interesting question. I think we just have to take this off of her. Kleptomaniac is horrible. The rest of these are all pretty bad, except for Enlightened. Really, if we lose it. So, remember what I was saying about Kleptomaniac? Like, good, we didn't get punished, but even so, like,
misfortune.
we lost out on about 12, probably 13 to 1,700 gold worth of value there. Just stripping off one of those negative quirks would have saved us a lot of money, potentially time. Yikes. I would have to say that if it's not the worst, we can't. We absolutely can't. If it's not the worst quirk in the game, because obviously something like Eldritch Phobe is, I mean, it has terrible implications for your run, depending particularly upon what phase of the run you're currently in. Obviously, heading into the darkest dungeon with Warren's Phobe, I mean, that's you're just begging you're just begging to get got. But yeah, losing out on, you know, potentially thousands upon thousands of gold in value every single time you take somebody with kleptomania into a dungeon. Yeesh, right? Which reminds me, I met somebody at work the other day whose name is Renald, except their name was not Renald. No, it is spelled like the character to whom we have been referring repeatedly as Renald. She pronounced it Renault. Renault. Not too sure I'm happy about that.
Trinkets and baubles.
But
Paid for
interesting. Of course I called her Renault. So, this is the other thing. Referring or speaking of names, there was somebody in the comments who requested that he be named after one of our occultists. And I am nothing if not a man of the people. So you know what? We had a Dubose in the previous run, and that guy was pretty alright. I wonder if you can rename people in the middle of a run. We'll find out.
Decisive pummeling.
But, from here on, Sir Francis is none other than the artist formerly known as Dubose. Or vice versa. How do we want to do this? I think we want to get a kill here so he can't guard. There we go. Okay, and now we can just clean house. This went very well. Actually,
a dizzying blow to
I shouldn't have said anything. Like, I deserved it. I 100% deserved it. F. And GD. That sucks. I am not happy about this. Alright, well, whoops. That was disappointing. Alright. Is it time to make camp? Let's see, how much dungeon do we have left in front of us? A lot. So I think the answer is no, absolutely not. We do not make camp. This sucks so much. Well, hope we find a bandage. This could potentially be bad, but yeah, this is what I was hoping. At the very least, hopefully we won't stack up a bunch of like bleed now that we've hopefully been proactive about it. But ugh, that sucks. Well, at least it's over. Yikes. Other than I'm trying to find a glimmering bright spot here to look at. Am I finding one? I mean, that's a hell of a first round. It sucks that we pushed this guy up into the front, and if he gets a crit, that would have been horrible. Like, I shouldn't have said anything because I highly anticipated that it would happen. But this is now our opportunity to hopefully go crazy and get some healing here. And I think she is going to stun, and we're just going to burn one of our herbs here. Excellent. Before we head into this room, and now, I don't think we even do that. Let's go. Alright. Not a bad run, all things considered. So we are going to be fighting the D Crew here, and I've got a little bit of a novel strategy that I would like to attempt, if you will humor me. That sucks. I think we head here, and then we start thinking about camping. But this guy has gots to go. And I forgot to use her, use the herbs on her, but actually that's fine. We're just gonna stun, and actually I would be perfectly content if she did nothing more than do double front row stuns for the short to medium term. Crap. Actually, that's fine-ish, as long as... Not who I wanted to go first, but... and not how I wanted to get a kill. I'm not happy about this. Oh, yep. We're definitely gonna start thinking about camping here. So I went to a Street Fighter V tournament on Thursday. That was like my one... It's like my one day where I didn't work like 4 hours of overtime. Lead. And it was great. I went 2-2. You know, I think we've fairly well established here in the canon that I'm not very good at anything. So for me, 2-2, it's a pretty good outcome. And like the people that I lost to were, I mean, people that I can say with a fair degree of confidence. Competence?
This
sure.
Expedition at least promises
I can say with a fair degree of certainty that they're probably a lot better than me. So, expected, and I guess not terribly disappointed. Alright, so let's figure out what we're going to do here. I think we just ditched that. Kind of sucks, but yeah, I think we camp, but we do not feast. There is still enough potential here for us to run into 2 hunger events easily. And gosh, what do you even do? Well, I think this is a no-brainer. Like, he's got a little bit of accuracy, but as I was saying, accuracy is so important. So, we're going to do this the smart way. He's going to get, what, 20 stress off? He has 13, and this gives 7, and I don't think, yeah, there's any question. We cannot afford to get ambushed and lose one of our very, very precious combats here. So that's good. And yeah, restring crossbow, battle trance, and I think we call that good. That was a great rest. I've been having rests that I would consider to be suboptimal. This was not one of those. That was super optimal. So, like I said, I have a novel strategy here. I'm jumping from topic to topic because I am hoping that everybody will sort of ignore the fact that I've been gone, and I'm just trying to win back the love and support of my fan.
A handsome reward.
Wow.
For a task well performed.
Decisions. Yeah, I think we keep the key around strictly to get treasure, and that was treasure we done got. So I feel good about that, and hopefully we get some scouting here. I didn't bring a map along because, honestly, I didn't expect this boss to be so far away. Crap. But I'm the idiot, I guess. Like, I mean, it's not like the cove... Oof. Perfect. It's not like the cove isn't famous for having what I would consider to be a higher than average amount of obstacles. But fortunately, we did bring the exact right amount, and we don't have a lot of nastiness lying between us and victory. Please don't touch anything. You son of a bitch.
Wealth
Neat.
beyond measure.
What I meant to say is that's fine,
To the brave
and
the
I
fool,
support
how
you
like.
in your decisions. Your mom and I are very, very proud of you. Oh, Dubose. Or should I say, Sir Francis. I remember things. Good grief. You thought I forgot. You thought I forgot. Sir Francis, if you're out there, I want you to comment. You thought I forgot. Didn't you? You did. Admit it. You thought old Timepants forgot about you. So he was too busy talking about his goddamn Street Fighter tournament. No, sir. I always remember my fans. Eventually. Ugh. Speaking of first rounds, that was definitely not a good one. And we have to be careful because we don't want to find ourselves in a situation where we're walking into the boss with this nastiness. Like, I think we can handle one, but any more than that, and we're definitely taking a big risk. Losing dodge sucks on a character that is honestly not as dodgy as we might need her to be, I guess is how I would describe it. Again, we went big on damage in no small part to compensate for the fact that I don't really feel like our accuracy is quite there yet.
Seize this momentum.
Yeah, we are.
Until the task's end.
Let me think. Yeah, let's torch up. 1, 2, 3. Cool. And I feel good about this. Would have felt better about it had we gotten the surprise round, but that's alright. I think... Yeah, I kind of wanted to go after this guy, and if we had gotten a crit, that would have been great. But it's not really something that I felt comfortable gambling on. And... Oof, there are no good answers there. Yeah, I think we stun again. What? No more fights up until the boss. So we have plenty of time to tick this off. I mean, we can just keep stunning all the live-long game if we want to. But hopefully it won't come to that. And I really didn't mean to stun again. I wasn't trying to like prove a point there or anything like that, although I could see how you might think that I was. I won't get called out on this. There's absolutely no way. Like, that was 1, 2 stalls. Please don't bleed, thank you. I nearly felt pretty bad about that. Alright, good. Good. Great. That was wonderful. We probably definitely could have healed, but I don't know.
Resistance.
Honestly, and I mentioned this when Casino Heist was here. I have had people tell me on numerous occasions, Timepants, you gotta stall a little bit. You gotta feel comfortable stalling. Well, you may be right, but that is horrible,
no clemency.
Horrible timing. That is horrible timing. That sucks. I hate you so much. Good. You got what you deserved. Well, no. You deserved worse than nothing. Alright. Torch up.
The match is struck.
Eat up.
A blazing star is born.
And I like our chances here. I think the shape we are in is pretty good. Alright, so we're going to holy water up. Save this for, I guess, someone who really, really, really needs it. But right now, we're in good shape. God damn, that sucks. Like, I could scum it up and, like, walk back and forth, but that would be boring. And honestly, I'm not that worried about the Sodden Crew. That's fine. And so, what's your novel strategy, you ask? Well, thank you for asking. I forgot to implement it. So, we'll do it next time. We'll do it next time. I'm sorry, we'll do it next time. But, okay, let me get to it. It was going to be Intimidate and Weaken and Curse, and just go ham, because debuff resist is very low. Pretend I did that. Pretend I'm... Everybody, right now, please just pretend I did something really cool and novel and, like, fun. Could you do that? Roll Uncle Timepants. Could you do that? Please. Actually, this is fine. If she gets moved, like, that's perfectly cool. And he is anchored, and he gains the protection, but that's fine because you got your health back, you son of a bitch. Huh. I didn't know it worked like that. But you're dead anyway. You lost the buff, right? Yes. And now we go ham. Like, I really think the Sodden Crew is very easily the worst boss in the game, except for the Necromancer. Like, the Necromancer is a bad boss, except if you don't have crowd control. Like, if you don't have specifically what you need to win that fight, which is the ability to take out minions as they're summoned, obviously your life's gonna suck. But, I mean, really, honestly, short of that, that's a pretty weak boss. Oh, and you need to be able to hit, like, the third and fourth ranks if things kind of get out of hand. But the fact that you can kill the boss and then retreat, and, like, you still get the credit, that's... I mean, what more could you do to us, really? Yeah, the fact that you can kill the boss, retreat, and still get the credit for the kill, that kind of sells it for me. Like, how much more of an advantage could you give the player, really, in that? But here, people said, like, oh my god, this fight is so hard. It's so hard. I don't really get that impression. Like, is this a hard fight? Like, I would like to know what people are specifically having trouble with. So this kind of sucks, but I'm not going to waste a turn moving and, like, shuffling them around. Maybe that's wise, but I'm not going to do it. But yeah, like, what's hard here? Like, if this is a fight that you struggle with, like, please explain to me why. I'm not trying to call you out and be like, oh, idiot, but
far beyond the lights.
I guess I don't get it. Like, I know that I lost a fight against the D crew when the game first came out, but Hachi Machi, not bad. But yeah, I don't really see the real strength of the D crew.
Our family name
but
once so
anyway,
well regarded.
that was successful. We got lots of treasure, and I think we're gonna do a little bit of boss rush here. So yeah, next time around, really trying to sell this on me, aren't you? Next time around, I think we will go after the Necromancer and our first veteran level boss. Stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.